Hey, it's Philip here. Very welcome to today's Twyford tip. And today I wanted to talk to you about AI, artificial intelligence. It is literally on everybody's lips. It's the topic that is literally going viral across the whole world, across businesses, individuals, etc. I suppose the main tool that everybody now has been talking about is Chat GPT. This is an AI that has been developed by OpenAI and has continued to be developed and invested in. And what this tool can do is quite amazing, from content creation, from giving you, I suppose, ways to become more productive. And it is all done through a very simple interface of asking a question in a chat type box. And I'm going to show you in this video how this works so that you can, I suppose, sign up for a free account and test this for yourself. But such is the pace and speed at which AI is moving, already another AI tool has come out that potentially is there to rival Chat GPT, primarily because of the fact that people are saying it is even more up to date, that it can even talk about what's happening in 2022 and even potentially give suggestions for 2023, which is seen as a bit of a weakness with Chat GPT. And what is that tool? Well, that tool is called Chat Sonic. It's something I've literally just seen. I've just only come across it in the last couple of days. So I want to show you that tool and run a test for you where I put in the same search query into Chat GPT and the same query into Chat Sonic, and let's see what these tools come back with. So stay tuned. Here's a little run through of both of those AI tools. Okay, so first of all, let's look at Chat GPT. So you come over to chat.openai.com. Obviously, you've got to fill in just a couple of details, and then once you log in, this is your sort of your home screen, and you'll see obviously some examples of what it can do. It'll go through some of the capabilities and then obviously some of the limitations. And as I mentioned, I suppose some of the downside of Chat GPT is that it has limited knowledge of the world and events after 2021, which is where the other tool I was talking to you about, called Chat Sonic, has that advantage. But in effect, Chat GPT, it is around this chat function. You have a chat box down here with which you put in a question or a request to talk with the AI and let it go off and do its thing. Now I have a very quick question here that I'm just going to post in. So I'm just going to post this in and let's see what Chat GPT comes back with. So here it is kind of coming back with what it understands. Now, based on my understanding of this tool, it's probably kind of trying to pull whatever kind of information it has access to from Google up to its period. But so this is probably what it can find based on its resources. But as you can see already, for certain queries, you can start to get an idea of what it's kind of coming back with and the power of this for your own business. Now, I suppose let's jump over to Chat Sonic. Now, it's if you put in a search for Chat Sonic, let's do that here. You'll see it here. It's Chat Sonic. It's a little bit confusing because obviously the URL is Right Sonic. But let's just click on that. Just going to sign in. Once again, just like Chat GPT, you have to just create an account. And what's interesting about this particular tool is it has a lot more different elements to it. As you can see, it has an article writer, a paragraph writer, and as I mentioned, obviously article and blogs. And as I mentioned, be very careful with these tools, because while it sounds great to have AI to write a post for you, you need to, as I mentioned, you need to check using plagiarism tools, and you need to be very mindful of as well that Google has the technology and the capability to detect AI generated content and potentially could penalize you. So the way I would see is use these tools to help you get ideas and frameworks, but that you are still, the individual, are still writing the content. That would be my own feeling on this. And make sure you go on and read the reports from Google as to what they say. But I suppose what I'm interested in showing you here is ChatSonic. So here you'll see ChatSonic. So let's click on that. Very similar interface, as you can see, from Chat GPT. A little bit more about the capabilities. But obviously what's interesting here, they are very much kind of showing you the fact that they can talk about 2022. So much more up to date. So I'm going to put in the same search I did here as I did with Chat GPT. And let's see what it comes back with. So as you can see, this is a little bit more interesting. It is now pulling from latest Google data based on what we believe it's able to do by this little toggle here switched on. So it's now actually delivering on actual specific kind of named AI technologies, as you can see here. So while it's not as long a paragraph, it's been a lot more descriptive as opposed to what you can see here. This is more generalized, some generalized thinking that will actually happen from Chat GPT, whereas with ChatSonic you can see it's calling out specifics. Now once again, if you get this information back, once again what I'd be saying is try and go on to Google and do the research as well, just to ensure that what is being sent back here is actually kind of correct. But once again, I think you can definitely see that the uses of tools like ChatSonic and Chat GPT for your business, for generating frameworks and just for overall productivity, there's huge applications. So I think the best thing really is, like everything, especially in social media, is test everything and see where and how, if possible, you could utilize these tools for the betterment of what you're doing. So I hope you found this Twyford tip useful. So AI tools like Chat GPT and ChatSonic, very exciting, loads of different uses, but they come with a caveat, as I obviously mentioned. You know, especially if you are writing content like blogs and you're using these tools to write your complete blog post, I think that's a big no-no. One, you need to make sure that obviously what the AI generates is accurate. Two, you need to be using plagiarism tools to ensure that you're not plagiarizing other people's content. And three, the big one is Google can, as far as I can see and understand from the research, can or has the ability to see what content is AI generated, and they have come out and said that as far as they're concerned, AI generated content is against their webmaster guidelines. They see the spam. So once again, you need to be very, very careful as to what Google's positioning on this. And as far as I'm concerned, I think use these tools for your research, for creating frameworks to be more productive, but to rely on them to completely create all of your content 100% is not the right approach, and I think you would fall foul of Google and potentially run into other issues. So use these tools for what I believe they're intended for, which is for more productivity, but watch this space. No doubt that this is going to be a very hot topic in 2023. Hope you enjoyed today's Twyford tip. I will be back soon with some more tips, and until then, take care.